Hello and welcome to the morning sports briefing here on New Zealand Sports Radio. It is Tuesday, the 13th of April, and hi, I'm Paul. I'll be your host this morning. In the news today, we had the final of the Masters and a new winner, a new man wearing the green jacket. We'll bring you up to speed with the basketball, NBA and NBL action. The A-League have a game tonight, and also there is cricket action to bring you up to speed with as well. Let's kick off with that. This is your best way to start the day, up to speed with all of the important sports news. And let's start over in the States with the green jacket and the Masters. And we have the first ever Japanese winner of the Masters. And good morning to Wilson, who's just joined us on the live chat. Don't forget, you can join us at 7 a.m. every single morning. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, or you can listen to the show as a recording on a podcast as well. But yes, the first ever Japanese winner of the Masters was Matsushima, who came through to win at 10 under par, one shot clear of Zalatoris, the American there in that one. The big mover in the final round, though, was Jon Rahm, who shot 66 to finish at 6 under par, but his par rounds in the first three meant he had far too much to do, and he finished 4 shots off the lead in the end. Justin Rose, long-time leader, faded back to 7th place when he shot 2 over par in the final round. Matsushima, now then, perhaps someone we haven't heard of before, but someone who has threatened, if you're not a golf follower, that is, someone who has threatened this. Looking, he is with back in 2017, he was second at the PGA. So he has had some form in these big events. But 2017, he really hasn't had a win since 2017. So it's been a bit of a fallow period for him, but fantastic win for him at the Masters there. And return to some good form, as I say, after 2017 was when he had his last win at this level. Clearly, he'll be a hero in Japan now, forevermore, being the first ever winner. And I'm sure he'll be dining out on this one for many, many years. Moving on then to the basketball. Yesterday, we had a host of games, as we always do, with 10 games in the basketball. Some key results there. The Clippers beat the Pistons 131 to 124. The Bucks beat the Magic in a blowout 124 to 87 in that one. And Steven Adams' Pelicans were in action as well. The Cavaliers up against the Cavaliers, who made a good start, taking a 10-point lead in the first quarter. But the New Orleans Pelicans went about dragging that back, winning each of the following quarters to win 116 to 109 in that one. For the Cavaliers, Dean Wade led the way with 21 points. But for the Pelicans, it was that duo again, Zion Williamson with 38 points and Brandon Ingram with 27. Steven Adams with 8 rebounds and no points on the night for him. What does that all mean for the tables now then? Well, the 76ers still lead the way in the Eastern Conference, have the Nets and the Bucks, who end their losing streak. On the Western side, the Jazz lead the Suns and the Clippers. The Clippers on a charge now with 5 wins on the bounce on that for them. Over in the NBL, yesterday, Melbourne United took on the Bullets and beat them 98 to 89 in that one to give themselves a bit of put pressure on the Wildcats, who are playing tonight. Motherwell United at top of the table. They're stretching out that lead a little bit over the Wildcats, who are playing the Breakers this evening at 9:30 p.m. So a real tough game for the Breakers as the Wildcats look to keep pace with Melbourne United, who have just knocked them off top spot at the weekend. Moving on then to the A-League. And no games yesterday, but Newcastle Jets will be taking on Perth Glory, a bottom of the table clash, 10th versus 11th this evening at 9 p.m. Do join the Knicks newsletter at 9 p.m. on Wednesday as they will take us through obviously the action and that win from the Phoenix at the weekend. Moving on then to the cricket and its IPL is still rolling on. The Punjab Kings took on the Rajasthan Royals. The Punjab Kings posting 221 in their innings, with Rahul scoring 91 there to lead the way. Chris Gale with 40 and Hoda with 64. That's all at the top of the innings. Sakarya took 3 wickets for the Royals. In response, the Royals lost Ben Stokes early, and in the opening over, Samson, the wicketkeeping captain, scored 119, but it was not enough as he just could not find anyone else to stick around with him, and they lost the game by scoring 217. So losing that one by just 4 runs to the Punjab Kings. Also, we had international action with the Pakistan taking on South Africa in Johannesburg. Pakistan went into bat first in the T20 and scored 140. Top score by the captain Babar Azman with 50. And for the bowlers, George Lindley took 3 wickets for economy rate of just for 23 runs off his 4 overs. And Williams also took 3 wickets for 35 runs there. South Africa knocked off the total with in the 11th over. So a comfortable win for South Africa there. Makram scoring 54 was the top scorer for South Africa. As George Lindley with that bowling effort getting player of the match. And that evens up the series 1-1 between Pakistan and South Africa. You have now started the day the best way up to speed with all the important sports news. We'll be back at 8 p.m. this evening with the Driving Maul Show, bringing you all the hot topics in rugby. We'll be having a chat, obviously, about Silver Lake, because, hey, that's the hot topic here over in New Zealand with that private equity. We'll also be talking about the dominance of the Crusaders in Super Rugby, and is that good for rugby? And also compare that to other sports where we've had dominant forces where it has been good, and ask why it's different in rugby. So do join us at 8 p.m. this evening. If you have any questions for us, do drop them on Twitter at Driving Maul is my Twitter handle, and we'll discuss them on the Driving Maul Show this evening at 8 p.m.